Hi! Another bus stop chat. Okay, I wrote stuff down so I could go faster, so I don't run out of time. Okay, so in my journey, I resisted fighting. If you don't know, I grew up in a family that was very, had both sides in it. So I resisted fighting. In high school, I told my whole family that they were all stupid. and I told them that they are the reason that I work every holiday. But anyway, so I resisted fighting so much of my life. But then in noticing that I resist fighting, and trying to keep people from fighting, I had added my energy into the fight. That's when I realized that I had another choice to remove my energy from the fight completely and stay, I call it, above the spectrum. So allowing there to be a spectrum, there's a spectrum, but if I stay above the spectrum, then it's easier for me to just bless, forgive, respect, and love all the people on the spectrum. So then that was a step that I took. And then not that long ago, I felt my resistance to the fighting, which means only one thing, that in order for me to grow spiritually and raise my vibration, I have to look at what I resist, and what I resist persists. And so in order to raise my vibration and make myself even more joyful, peaceful, happy, I have to clear out my resistance to fighting. So I started binge watching people who disagreed with each other, and on talk shows, and then some of the things I watched as part of that was they're called epic fails, or these people owned and those people owned compilations, YouTube videos of owned compilations. So they were funny and they were quick, but I ate it up. Okay. So then I watched all that fighting and see what comes up inside me. And what came up at first is knowing that each person assigns all meaning to everything. So as we grow and we have our experiences, in order to be born as an infant and then be on our own, later on, we have to quickly make determinations on what is good and what is bad, what we like, what we don't like. And instead of allowing it to be just like the law of attraction, the contrast versus desire, we judge it as good or bad. And then through that judgment, we create pain through resistance for ourselves. So I was watching all these, and I'm empathic, so I can be around someone, and if it's in the highest best interest, I get to know what they're feeling. So my healing clients, people come to pay me for healings. It's in the highest best interest for me to understand how they feel, what it's like to be them. Take a little journey to feel what they feel, so then I can explain it back to them, because they only know one way that they are. And so when I can explain back to them where their anxiety is coming from, or that they think a certain way and then why, or it validates them, because really that's what people just want to be validated. They need to be validated. So as I was watching people debate and fight, okay, I see the love and the passion that each has for their own position, and each feels they have facts, which are not opinions, but they are actually their opinions. So both sides have these facts. And I've been in conversations with people who've asked me questions in which they would only accept two answers. And so after I answered their question, they would say, "But you didn't answer my question." And I'd say, "I did answer your question. I just didn't answer it the way you wanted me to answer it." And so to them, they truly believed that I had not answered their question, but I actually had. I had answered the question the way I chose to answer that question, and they were not satisfied because it wasn't one of the two choices. It's pretty funny. So that happens to me quite a bit. All right. So I work towards being impeccable with my word because my word creates. So I work at saying and doing behaviors that I can own, that I can take responsibility for later. But when I see people debate and fight each other, I see people not listening to the other person at all. I see egos clashing in fear. I also see their love and passion for their argument. Every argument looks to me... Okay, so I'm probably going to write this in my book, but I'm going to read it just like it is. Every argument that I had watched looks to me a lot like an atheist arguing with a devout Christian. One citing the Bible, specific passages that proves a point, and the other citing specific scientific results that proves their opposing point. So as I listen, I see a ridiculous waste of time. It's often two totally different conversations happening in the same space. Two people trying to pull the other into their reality. If that is fun for you, because my friend Walter, if that is fun for you to debate, which looks like fighting to me, but if debating and arguing, if that is fun to you, as long as you are living your life and enjoying it, doing that in love with love, you will consistently raise your vibration. So for some people, debating is fun, but you need to just your focus, by changing your focus to having fun through the debate without needing it to turn out in your favor, is the key. So if you enjoy debating, then enjoy debating. Enjoy the transfer of your knowledge and enjoy hearing somebody else's point of view. I love hearing other people's point of view. So I can understand why someone would want to debate. But not many people are enjoying the debate as it's happening. They have an agenda, and the agenda is to win an argument or win a debate. And if you're running an agenda to win, then you're only going to be happy if you win. If your focus is on enjoying your debate, then you win as you enjoy yourself. Okay. So if you're doing things in love with love, you will consistently raise your vibration. As you raise your individual vibration, only positive consequences will be the result. You may lose friendships and it may be difficult, but you will feel better. And as you feel better, you'll make better and more loving choices. Okay, so debating is not fun for me, so I choose not to engage. To the point where I was afraid of fighting, to the point where I was afraid to say anything. That's why I was afraid to talk, because I didn't want anyone to fight with me. So it's not until I'm like, okay, if someone wants to fight with me, that's their choice, and then I can respect their free will choice to fight. But my resistance to fighting kept me from speaking the way I want to speak. It made me afraid. So I was coming from fear. As a human being, we only come from love or from fear. Okay. So I choose not to engage in debating and arguing. My priority is my own peace and joy. It makes my life more the way I want it, my desired life, through the law of attraction, versus my contrast, what I don't want. My contrast is the exact same as another person's desire. This is what I respect. If I come across someone like this, I will love them from over there. Not a hug or a kiss love, but an across the room hug. I'll still love them, but I'm going to do it from over here, where I don't need to talk to them or engage with them. So, now, I was just away, and I crammed Reiki down the throat of 3 awesome women, and one of them, asked me a question or made a statement that was nearly identical to something that another friend had said. So I'm going to first tell you what I've had a difficult time understanding. And it's friends or students have sort of said, I get that you want to bless, forgive, love, and respect the free will choices of everyone, but not everybody deserves my respect or my love. So I'm going to love the people that deserve it. I'm going to forgive the people that deserve it. And I'm going to respect the people that have earned it or whatever. But I'm not going to do that for all those people. So this is why I'm making this video right now, because I'm trying to explain this point. Trying is not doing. So I'm going to work hard at explaining my point. So I totally understand when people say, that's fine for you, Carla, to bless, forgive, love, and respect, but I'm only going to do that for people that I feel deserve it, or whatever, like that. So you can understand. So I can understand that. And so in thinking about how do I get this point across, because I know where these people are coming from, and I love these people so much, all of them, and I hear them. So that's what this video is about. Okay. My priority. I set my priority as my own peace. And this is not about I'm the bigger person. My mom said, always be the bigger person. And it's not what it is. My priority is my own peace, my own joy, my own high vibration. When I make my priority my own highest possible vibration, then there are things that I need to do in order to keep my vibration as high as possible. And that involves other people, because all there really is other people. All there really is love and non-love. So we're in this physical world all together with whoever. And there really is only love and non-love. You can have a great car and you can have a really nice, neat sweater, you know, but all that really that there is love. Okay. The reason that I say the system is perfect, the system is perfect because to the degree that I make my priority my own high vibration, and I practice letting go of what lowers my vibration and doing more of what raises my vibration, like meditation. I'm sorry, but meditation raises your vibration. You gotta meditate if you want a high vibration. You've got to, you don't have to like ohm yourself to death on a rock, you know, or on a mountain, but just doing what you're doing. If you're washing dishes, wash dishes, whatever. I'm going to do a video tomorrow about easy meditation stuff. But the system's perfect because when I make my own vibration the highest I can, and I make that my priority, and I work very hard at holding that peace and holding that high level vibration, my life gets so much easier and enjoyable. As I do that, and my vibration rises, what comes back to me? Higher vibrational experiences, higher vibrational people. I started doing this so that I could feel better. But now it's become, it has shifted into, it's really hard to explain to people who still want to put limits on their love and their forgiveness. All right, let's see what this, okay, so this serves all. So my high vibration, my priority being my own peace and joy, serves all. If I come across a person with my desire and my contrast reversed, I'm kind to them. Like people who, you know, in Canada, how you have to be careful with the pronoun that you use, or you could get arrested. So if I came across one of those people, I would just smile at them kindly, and then I would discontinue the conversation because I don't want to say anything accidentally wrong. So I'm going to keep myself away from this person who might have me arrested if I say the wrong thing. Or like the Me Too, there's all these memos coming out like, don't take female co-workers out for meals or do this or that, because you could say something wrong and then it's an HR like nightmare and this and this. So there's a lot of men now, and you can, Tim Pool, he reports on stuff like this very unemotionally. So if you want to find out what I'm talking about, Tim Pool is his name. It's called Timcast. He's got a YouTube channel, everything. But so it's like that. So these men are want to be careful, and so it's becoming more and more difficult for female executives because they're just by cause of having a vagina, they are left out of things. I didn't want to get into that. Okay, but this is how my mind works sometimes. So you see, if someone says that I have to use one personal pronoun, and then I'm more likely to love them from across the room so that I don't get arrested. Okay. So people make choices. It's what we do all day, every second. It's a choice. It's a choice. You choose to forgive. You choose not to forgive. All right. So if someone's going to get upset with me about a pronoun, possibly, then it's clear to me that speaking with that person is going to lower my vibration because I'll be in fear, which is 100 level vibration. If I'm afraid to use the wrong pronoun with someone, then I'm in fear. That's going to lower my vibration, afraid to hurt their feelings, so it's not a choice that would be in alignment with my priority of peace and joy to speak with that person any longer than I have to. Then I have this story. I don't know. I don't need to tell that. Anyway, I'll put it in the book. It's a story about my trip down at the South. Okay. It's okay. Maybe it's better. I don't know. Okay. So words can be such minefields. That's why enlightened people don't talk very much. My teachers didn't speak English as a first language. And they'd have these people who would ask them questions, because these people, not everyone was enlightened, but the goal was enlightenment. So you can imagine they were very, very wise, let's say. So there was a woman there, they'd crowd around the teacher, and in the teacher, I would watch the teacher. I was alone. I was an airline pilot, and I was in Denver, so I didn't have any friends there. So they're all crowding around the teacher, and this lady, she's going on and on and on about her job, how bad it is. It's awful, this. And she says, what should I do? And my teacher says, quit your job. And she says, I can't because I get insurance, and you can imagine, right? So she just goes on and on why she can't quit her job, because her kid's in daycare and she's got to pay for all these bills, and she has insurance, and and she's like, so what do I do? Now, it was very uncomfortable at first for me to watch this, but my teacher looked at her, and she asked him again, what do I do? And he smiled at her, and he walked away. And so I didn't understand about empathy. I didn't know. And at first I was like, oh my God, that poor woman, is what I thought at first. And then I could feel from my teacher's side that he told her the answer, and the facts that she spit out later didn't matter. And that he was actually smart to just walk away, because how much energy is he going to give to this person who's in this mindset? There's no point. And there's some Buddhist expression that silence is the best response to nonsense or drama or something. I've seen it a couple different ways, but you might have heard it a different way. But silence is sometimes the best response to nonsense. And so I witnessed that in practice with people that I wasn't attached to. So my teacher and this lady. And it was really profound. Once I removed my attachment to, I wanted that woman to have help. And then when she went to the teacher, asked for help, and then didn't get it. But she did get it. He gave her the answer. She had the answer. She just didn't. That wasn't the answer she wanted. So she didn't accept it as the answer. And that's what happens to me when I answer the way I answer. Okay. So words are minefields. And a lot of the fighting and a lot of the debating and a lot of that I see is, to me, it's very pointless. And the best use to me of my time and my energy is meditating and taking care of my own high vibration and witnessing where it goes down, and also witnessing where am I resisting. Whatever I'm resisting, then I go for it when I'm ready. I wasn't ready to like binge watch fighting and debating. When I was ready, I was ready. Okay. So if you're afraid to hurt somebody's feelings, if you're in a conversation with someone that you're afraid to hurt their feelings, you're lowering your own vibration to 100 level fear vibration. All right. Okay. All right. No matter what. Okay. Now, when I, as a renegade yogi, when I say I respect all, or I respect the free will choice, I'm saying I will leave your belief system intact and not try to change it. I'm saying my ego is in check, and I won't confuse my opinion with a fact. I'm saying I choose powerfully not to hurt myself or lower my vibration by trying, not doing, to change you, your mind, your belief systems, your actions. My spirit is in charge as I respect you, instead of my ego, who of course probably wants to talk some sense into you. So it's my ego that's going to say, oh, I need to set this person straight. This person's totally messed up. They are not seeing us clearly. I just need to tell them 3 stories. And once I tell them these 3 stories, then they'll be all set. So when I say I respect someone's free will choice, I'm respecting their beliefs, their belief systems, and their choices. I'm doing what my teacher did when he walked away. Okay. All right. So, throat chakra. Hey, babe.